Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Dennis. Today I'm going to do another unboxing of a Corsair Carbide Series 300R. Let's get started. Okay, so let's open this up. Okay, so we'll get this turned upside down. First I'll give you a quick sneak peek inside. As you can see, it's got nice packaging with styrofoam and a little bit of a look at the case. So let's get that bad boy out. Okay, so we're just going to take the plastic off. You ready? Voila! Alright, so there's your first look. And of course it comes with a manual. Let's toss that aside. So we're going to start with giving you a view of the front of the case. Okay, so on the front of the case, you've got two USB 3.0 ports, your mic, and your headphones ports. You've got your reset switch, your light for your LED, and your power on switch. You have room for 3 optical drives if you wish. And as we follow it down, you can see it has room down here for mounting more fans. We'll have a look at the inside of that in a second. Okay, so moving on to the side of the case, you can see it's got 2 slots here. Again, it's for mounting 2 120 millimeter fans or 2 140 millimeter fans, because you've got your offsets for both here. So on the other side of the case, it's just where your motherboard would go. Okay, so you've got your holes here, so it gives a little bit of ventilation for your fans and cooling, and you have one on the other side as well that I forgot to mention. Okay, so we'll look at the back of the case. Okay, moving on to the back of the case, you've got your fan that's here. It's a 120 millimeter fan. You've got a little cutout here for cable management. You've got your expansion slots for graphics cards or whatever. Room for your power supply down here, which can face up or down in this particular case. Okay, so it's got 2 thumb screws, one on the top and one on the bottom on both sides to take off your side panels. So we'll go ahead and do that. It's off pretty quick and easy. We'll just set those aside and you just push in here, pull it out, and it drops right down. And it's very sturdy. Oh, it's very sturdy once you take it off. All right, moving on to the other side, we'll take these off as well. Those are a little stiffer than the other ones. Again, we'll just set those aside. So the side panel just pulls out. And again, very solid construction. And we'll just set that aside. And now we'll have a look at the inside of the case. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at the inside of the case where you have 1, 2, 3 places for optical drives, should you choose to have that many or even one. Down below we have room for 4 hard drives. Now you can pull these out very easily, completely toolless, and you can adjust these. So you have your 4 holes here to screw in your 2.5-inch SSD drive should you wish. And they simply just slide right back in. Very, very easy, completely toolless case, which makes it really nice. So in here, if you pull this out, you have your box. You just separate it the way you would your hard drive. Put that back in. And we'll get to this box after. Okay, moving around to the other side of the case, you have your rear exhaust fan. It's a 120 millimeter fan. Your places where your graphics card is going to go. Down here, you've got the lip here to nicely snug in your power supply, which in this case, as I said, can go either up or down. You've got your grommets here for cable management. And there's, now in this case, it's got the center point for your motherboard, which allows you to set it in there. And it helps to hold it in place so you can screw things down. I found it very, very convenient. All right, moving on to the other side of the case. This is the cutout for your motherboard. Now there's a big slot up in here, which makes it really nice. If you do your cable management, bringing your cords up here, you can bring it in through there. That one would be for your 8-pin for your motherboard. And there's other slots, of course, to bring your cable manager through. This case is great. There's lots and lots of room. You can see I can fit my whole finger in here. Absolutely room to spare for your cable management. So you're going to have no problem doing your cable management on the back of this case. So you should be able to have a completely clean build on this particular system when you're done. And one thing to point out as well is you can fit most of your hand in here. So when you're working on this case and you set it, if you want to set it right directly on the carpet or floor, you've got room underneath for airflow. So you're not going to have setting right directly on carpet, or so it's going to give you more room to breathe for your system. So moving on to one more thing and one more feature at the bottom of the case. Of course, like I said, you've got your legs to set it off the ground a little bit. You've got a removable filter for your power supply, which is totally washable. Same as the ones on the sides here. And it goes out and easily slides back in place. Okay, so I said I would give you a look at the contents of this box. We'll just open it up. Everything's inside this little bag, so we'll just get rid of that. And we just open this up. Okay, so once you get your box open, everything is contained in your little bag here. And everything, I've got it laid out here for you so you can see it. So you got your twist ties, your motherboard standoff, some additional screws for your fans, your motherboard screws, anything you need to hide in, like your optical drives to fasten them in place if you choose to do that. Although with being toolless, you don't need to unless you're going to ship it. And that's pretty much the extent of it. Okay, so just having another look at the top of this case. So you have room for 1, 2 extra fans, 120 millimeter or 140. Or if you want to put in a radiator, you can put in, you can't do an H110i because unfortunately there's this little section here, so it makes it not quite enough room. But you can do an H80. All right, so let's go back to, I'll give you a little bit of specs. All right, everybody, this gives you one last look at the case here, the Corsair Carbide Series 300R. And I'll give you a little bit of specs on it. So the dimensions of this case are 19.1 inch long, 8.3 inches wide, and 18.7 inches high. The material is made out of steel and plastic. The color is a matte black. It has 3 5¼ inch optical bays. And it has room for 4 3.5 or 2.5 drive caddies. The cooling comes with 1 fan for rear exhaust, 120 millimeter, and it has a 140 intake fan in the front. It has room for 7 expansion slots. It can accommodate a ATX or a micro ATX motherboard. And of course it has the USB 3.0 2 slots in the front, along with your headphone and microphone. The power supply that would go in this would be an ATX power supply. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please, if you've enjoyed it, hit that like. If you haven't, well, hit the dislike. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you think I can do a little bit better, give you more information. If you have any questions, please give me a comment and ask what you want, and I'll try and get back to you. And as always, at the end of my video, please click on any other videos that I've done if you want to watch those. And thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Goodbye.